Hey guys, this is the wildcard round game in USFFL between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Get the card image up here. Didn't realize these guys had started. I got to pay attention to that Slack more often. Looks like the opening drive though. Kareem Hunt up the middle on first and 10 at the 40. And it's a short game. Guessed wrong. You only have short games on the edges. But you kind of like those guys because you know they'll very rarely get a run call against them. Let's see how many plays I missed. So kickoff and a run for 14 yards, followed by a run for 15 yards. So it's been two. Oh no, sorry, is just that it? Hold on, that's right. Yep, two Kareem Hunt runs. There's a flat pass right to Xavier Worthy. 6 rated player is there, and that's incomplete. It was a white die 4, so that 6 rated player is Khalil Mack, 6'9". Chargers run out of 3-4. They are rated average to poor against the run and average against the pass. You see they have some short gains there in the middle. Always got to remember to defend those. And passing card didn't look too bad. It's got some decent interception chances. And some blanks, but you're facing Patrick Mahomes, so it's going to be tough. Short pass to Noah Gray, and that's going to be a 15-yard gain. Oh, no. Excuse me, that's Khalil Mack's area. I saw the white die 5, and I figured he'd be covered by a 4, as most outside linebackers are these days, but we just talked about Mack. He's one of the few that gets a 6 pass rating. Third and 10. The Chargers are defending here. They have decent pass rush. They're not showing blitz though. Samaje Perine comes into the backfield. Travis Kelce has double team catches. Oh, he is showing blitz. 3-5 showing blitz. Along with Khalil Mack, you got Tuli Tuipoloto, who is 0-4-12-1. Diane Henley in the middle, 5-4-4. So they've got some pass rush. The defensive line's not that great, 5-5, 4-0, and 6-3. And that's going to be a pickup at 10, but there's penalty. It's against the Chargers. It'll be declined. So first and 10, you see that, even though, what does it say, average to poor or something like that? No, just average. That's a pretty good card. I mean, blanks on 3, 4, 5, 11, and 12 with 4 men in the zone. That's pretty nifty. Kareem Hunt in the game in the blocking back, halfback set. Look into Travis Kelce, 0 rated linebacker there. That's going to be a white die 6, pick of a 10. First and 10 down to the 25. The two teams split during the regular season. You had the Chiefs winning the early game 28-7 and then losing the late game 23-13. One back, 2 tights, 2 wides. Xavier Worthy and DeAndre Hopkins are the wide receivers. Kelce is joined by Noah Gray. Noah Gray can be a blocking back as well. So looking past to Kelce again, single cover, but there's a 5 there this time. And he'll pick up 5. Second and 5. Flat pass right to Kelsey, 2 men in the zone. That's going to be incomplete. Now bring up a 3rd and 5. Containment in effect. Teams are taking their time deciding what to do here. Three wide, Rashee Rice joins the crew, replacing the second tight end or blocking back, Noah Gray, and Kareem Hunt's in the backfield. Not showing blitz. Mahomes has some really nice must runs this year. If he lands on it, 8 or more yards from 2 through 8. Short pass to DeAndre Hopkins. He's being double covered. It's a dump off. And it's going to be 9 yards to Rashee Rice. 1st and 10, just outside the 10. It's 1st and 10 at the 11. Nice opening drive for the Chiefs. Tackle left to Kareem Hunt. The dreaded 5. No gain. Second and 10. Still blocking back halfback. Three, four showing blitz on 2nd and 10. And this is 2 back, 3 wide. So Travis Kelsey checks out. We got, is it Cameron Steele? No, Carson Steele. And Carson Steele. Another pass blocker. He comes in instead of Kelsey. Off tackle draw to Samaje Perine and a run call. Nice call there by Anthony. That would have been plus 15 on 2 through 7. Plus you have the short gains on 7 and 8. So we know what we're shooting for there. Plus 8 on 6. Perine's card as a runner is not that difficult. He's got a plus 11 on 7 guessed wrong on off tackle. And on 6 guessed wrong on in run. So he's definitely shooting for the D card there. Fourth and 18, there was a sack there. Khalil Mack brought him down for 8-yard loss. Here comes Harrison Butker. Kick is up, kick is good, 2 through 10, and it's a 10. You needed that. So early 3-0 lead for the Chiefs. Returned out to the 25. Okay, we got 3 wide, 2 backs. All these guys can go deep except for Dobbins, I believe. Stone Smart can go deep as a blocking back. Dobbins is a flat pass only. We haven't talked yet about the yak, but we use the yak in this league. Dobbins is a yak C. And 1 man in the zone, that's a 1-yard gain. Let's look at the Chiefs' defensive cards. They are good against the run, poor against the pass. So you don't see those short gains in the middle. Maybe a few more hits, but still pretty good. Not what I would consider poor. Okay, well, that was a 3-yard pickup on a draw. Nobody was in the zone anyway. But the offensive tackle could not make the play. That was a 5, Joe Alt, against a white guy 6. So after a 1-yard gain on first down, a 3-yard gain on second down, we're at 3rd and 3. Okay, here we go. Dobbins in the backfield. We had a little bit of a slow there, but both coaches are good. Still taking some time here to get the call out. There's a short pass to Quentin Johnston. Covered by a 4. It's going to be a dump off. And that's going to get exactly 6. First down, Chargers. They didn't want to go 3 and out, so happy to pick up that first down of the game. Pass rush chance. Oh, let's get the pass rush back up. I'll get a little quicker. Whoa, sack. Chris Jones gets home. Let's get that pass rush checked. And 8 pass rush against Zion Johnson. Let's look at this offensive line. Start from the left tackle, 6-7 rush on Slater, 4-2, 4-0 4-4 Trey Pipkins and 5-5 Joe Alt. So there's some softness up the middle against the pass rush. Let's see if we can just hover over. Let's get this back up. 2nd and 18. 2 tights, 2 wides. Maybe looking to get Dobbins involved. He's got a decent card. Long pass to Quentin Johnson. No, he's going big. It's a pass call. It's going to be another dump off. He's going to pick up 7. It'll be 3rd and 11. And let's get that pass rush matchup up. So despite the low pass block ratings in the middle, it's not like the Chiefs have a lot to take advantage of it from the base formation. Puna Ford is a 6-3 up against Wanya Morris here. On 3rd down, it looks like he's bringing in guys that are a little bit better pass rushers. Karlaftis is in the game as a 9. I would have him in there all the time. I'm not sure why he's in the sub package. Tershawn Wharton makes sense in 0-7 nose tackle as opposed to Puna Ford, who I think is a 5-3 or a 6-3, but he's a defensive end. So who's the regular nose tackle? Well, we'll find out. This game's just getting going. 5:42 to go in the first quarter. We got a 3-2-6 defense, short pass to Stone Smart. And that's going to be another sack. Tershawn Wharton gets home against one of those poor pass blockers. Let's look at the injury report. Is there some guys out? No offensive lineman. That's just the way it is. So Chiefs get the sack. They get 2 sacks on the drive. Get them to punt. But this is only the second possession of the game for the Chiefs. First drive, 13 plays, 55 yard field goal. Chargers go 6 and out. So 1 first down, but then they punt. Now it's the Chiefs' turn again. Short pass to Kelsey, covered by 5. Incomplete on the dump ball. Okay, 2nd and 10. Blocking back halfback. So it seems the Chargers are going to need to convince the Chiefs to call run a little more to get their passing game going. Or hope to avoid the matchups up the middle. Short pass to Noah Gray. Covered by a 6. Dump off. So a 40% chance of a sack there if it lands on Bud Dupree's matchup against Wanya Morris. The dump off at 13 yards. But there's some vulnerabilities there if he doesn't bring in the extra pass rushers. First and 10 out to the 37. Two tights, 2 wides. Kareem Hunt now. Okay, there's a personal foul after a 3-yard gain on a Hunt flat pass. Guessed wrong. So that takes the ball into Charger territory. Late hit on the quarterback. Second and 8. Offensive left guard +6 or +2. And that guard is a 0. Mike Caliendo, no relation to Frank. And that picks up 2 yards, second and 8. Hunt so far, 4 runs for 31 yards. Pretty nice day for him. We saw him start off the game with a couple of short games. Two tights, two wides. Mahomes takes a snap. Got Woody and Hopkins on the outside. Short pass to Kelsey, being double covered by the free safety. That's incomplete. Third and 8. Butker's got a big leg. Let's take a look at his field goal card. He's good out to the 37. Actually, he's not that great. 2 through 6. Thinking of his reputation as a big leg kicker. So he needs another first down, or at least another 7 yards or so to contemplate kicking it. 3-3-5 zone blitz. Thule on one side, Mack on the other. Flat pass left. Correctly, 2 guys in the middle. Now these guys play each other twice a year, and they've been playing each other for quite a while, and they know the tendencies. The Chargers get the pick on the flat, extra chances for a touchdown, but he just misses it. Then he gets 2 yards, but he'd be happy that he stopped the scoring threat. And that was Tuli Tupolo Oto. Tui Poloto. Tui Polo. Tui Polo. My pronunciation could use some work. First and 10 at their own 41. Chargers might want to consider running the ball a little bit to get off of these pass calls against their passes. But so they go flat, 7 yards, second and 3. Edwards is good off tackle. I think that's the only column he has. Yeah, got a couple short gains there. The only column he has a short gain in the middle is that off tackle. Has to be guessed wrong, has to be a 7. Flat pass left to McConkey. Another 7. Into Chiefs territory for the first time today. There is a guessed wrong flat pass. Is going to pick up 17 yards. Justin Herbert got banged up on the play, though. He'll be out of the game until the second half. So they get into field goal range, but Taylor Heineke comes into the game. Take a look at his card. The whole quarter that Herbert will have to miss. Oh, my goodness. Straight pick on 9. pick on a long pass on 9, 2 through 10. This is a dangerous card. Even a flat pass, the picks splits on a 5. But you got to do what you got to do. You don't want to just run all the time. That'll be snuffed out, but might want to go conservative here to get those 3 points and tie the game. Maybe use up a little more time so you won't have your star quarterback. What a time for that type of injury. And it's a run against a run call. No game. 2nd and 10. You had a flat with him a little bit, I think. Guess run flat there would have been +3, then the yak. But again, you hate coming away with, from this drive in particular, with no points. You want to secure some. You want to secure some points. You want to tie the game. There's an 8-yard pickup. J.K. Dobbins gets the help from Rashawn Slater. Take a look at that play. It was a pass call. One on the D cards anyway, but 2 tights, 2 wides. Got the block. So 3rd and 2. Even even Gus Edwards. Even with a quarterback like Heineke, you gotta pass a little bit. Can't let them sit on that run play. We're a flat pass here to Mr. Will Disley. Get Uncle Will involved. Look at the yak ratings for this team. It's a short. It is a flat pass this time to Stone. Smart's going to pick up 16. You see, all quarterbacks have their receiver readings on 8 and 9. Half the time you roll on the D card. So you can't let a bad quarterback stop you from throwing. Maybe you throw more flat than short, but it's down to the 4. 1st and goal at the 4. If they can catch this in for a touchdown, wow. That minimizes the damage of losing Herbert. Yeah, Heineke's got a 1 snap fumble, so that's a good thing. Some of these backups have a high number in the teens that can cause you problems. Scott Matlock, defensive tackle / fullback, is in the game, 0-7. Do you risk throwing a short pass here? Going to get the run call. He goes for a quarterback sneak, and it goes nowhere. Does take off some, goes from 15 to 14:06, taking some time off the clock. Not a bad idea. Thinking he was maybe going to key somebody else. I wouldn't have got a touchdown no matter what. That combination. But this is what you got to think about. If you get a guessed wrong pass, you still have blanks at 6, 7, 3, and 12, and the pick split is 2 through 7 on a 9. Guessed wrong. Oofa. But to get one of the other numbers, back to the full house. Josh Palmer, not maxed out, but pretty good. 4-3 showing blitz. Remember all those issues pass blocking up the middle. It's a run to Gus Edwards. Guess right. Pick up 3 off the D cards. 3rd and goal to 1. 3 backs, 2 tights. All those 4s get bumped up to 5, and the 5 tackle gets bumped up to a 6. Linebacker to Dobbins, guessed right. No game. Flag. Offsides against Kansas City. That's going to be a redo. It'll still be 3rd and goal at the 1, half the distance, but Strat doesn't deal in half yards. It's 1 yard still. Off tackle left to Gus Edwards. Hoping for the D card. Does not get it. Loses 2. Going to settle for the field goal. Did not want to risk throwing a short pass there. Didn't want to risk coming away without any points. Okay, kickoff. 27-yard return. Kickoff down to the 1. Isaiah Pacheco checks into the game. Off tackle right to Pacheco. He's going to pick up just 1. An injury. Derwin James out the remainder of this game. So Chargers are getting hammered with injuries to some key players. And the Kansas City Chiefs have no injuries. So Eddie Jackson's gone for multiple weeks. Derwin James just got injured right now. He's out for this week. Justin Herbert out for the first half. And Darius Davis out for several more weeks. Davis is the punt returner, I believe, but he still can return punts. Magic of modern medicine. 2nd and 9. Short pass to Noah Graves. I guessed wrong. Around call. Hoping to hit a blank, but it does not. 10 plus 10. First and 10 out to the 39. 11:06 to go in the quarter. Second and 10. Incomplete there on that 4-man in zone short pass. Three wide. Off tackle draw to Kareem Hunt. To the left, there was a man there, but it doesn't matter. It goes on Kareem Hunt's car for 20 yards, hitting one of those edges. And that takes it into Charger territory. End run left to Hunt. Guessed wrong. It's going to pick up just 3. Second and 7. Looking past the Hunt. 5 rated linebacker in the zone. Short gain on Mahomes' card. Mahomes' card's a little bit weaker than normal, but guessed wrong. Can do some big damage, short and long. First and 10 at the Chargers 26. 3-3. Chiefs and Chargers deadlocked in this playoff game. Off tackle right to Hunt. Man in the zone. Fumble. Recovered by the defense. So the second time the Chiefs have gotten close to the red zone, or in field goal range at least, and then they turn the ball over. An ideal out, that's a minimum fumble or 2. Kareem Hunt is the smallest fumble chance you can get. 3 out of 1,000. They rolled a 1. So Chargers getting hurt by the random rolls that cause injuries. Chiefs are turning the ball over. Second time. Look at that ball position. Chiefs have gone field goal, interception, fumble. The interception was a good fill by the Chargers. Let's see what they can do. Long pass to Quentin Johnson. Interceptions be damned. He was hoping for a run call there. That would have been a receiver rating, and it could have been something good. There's a 5-yard run. Defensive tackle 0 plus 5. Missed that. Sorry, 14 yards. Gus Edwards goes right up the middle. Long pass to Johnson's being double covered, and that's going to be picked off. So one turnover deserves another. Let's see how the return goes. Just 2 yards. So showing he was going to be brave with Taylor Heineke. Winds up costing him. As Tim also guessed he was going to pass and changed his calling pattern, calling run a lot to calling pass. Long gain, 82 yards. It really wasn't 82 yards. It was a short pass, hit the D card for a touchdown. Mahomes connects with DeAndre Hopkins for 67 yards. So he got one of those edge rolls. Home field advantage is in play, and that cashes in for a touchdown. 6:36 to go in the half. Chargers will get the ball back. They would have much preferred um, a nice long drive to get them that much closer to getting Herbert back in the game. Back, yeah. Chargers go for a pass. Nick Bolton covering Will Disley, 4 and a 4. Second and 10. With the 1 yard gain on a guess run. 3rd and 9. Kamani Vidal comes into the game as the back. He is a Yak C. This is Yak C. Palmer is an E. Johnson's a C, and McConkey is a C. So no obvious Yak targets. Line book to Vidal. He's trying to play it safe and avoid the pick, not waste a carry from J.K. Dobbins. 4th and 10. I'll have to punt. So 10-3 Chiefs on that big chunk play. Mahomes to Hopkins. .430 to go in the second quarter. Chargers want to hold here. Force a punt. Flat pass right to Noah Gray. Throwing at a 6. And he's get 6. It's a 2-yard gain. After the 6-yard gain, bring up 3rd and 2. 3:18 to go in the half. Defender X or plus 32, Christian Fulton, could not stop it as Mahomes connects with Xavier Worthy for 32 yards. Second and 4. No Seckel could not make the play. Long pass to DeAndre Hopkins, covered by a 5. Then a dump off. And it's picked off. The Chargers secondary comes through with an interception. See if they can do anything with it. They really could use a touchdown here, or at least a long return. 14 yards and a fumble, and the Chiefs get it back. So when it rains and pours, the Chargers, even when they get a break, they can't take advantage of it. Eight-yard gain there on first down. Kareem Hunt runs it on a draw. End run to Kareem Hunt. That's going to pick up 2. First down. Two tights, two wides. Kelsey and Gray are the tight ends. Worthy and Hopkins are the wideouts. Hunt in the backfield. 130 to go in the half. I'll tackle draw left to Kareem. Guess wrong, nobody there. Kansas City's looking for that short gain on an 8. He gets it with the boxes, but there's a roughing call that's going to make it even better. That takes it inside the 9. Penalties now working for the Chiefs. First and goal at the 9. 3-4 show blitz. End run right to Pacheco. Nobody there. Except 3. Let's see if the defense uses a timeout. Three, four showing blitz. Second goal from the 6. If it would have been a successful plug, it would have lost one. Would have taken back to the 10 and brought the flat packs back into play. Only 18% chance. I'll take a look to Pacheco, 2-minute zone. That's going to stuff it. Let's see if they use a timeout here. Nobody's calling timeouts. Chargers figure what good does it do to get a timeout with Taylor Heineke there. They want to keep it to a field goal chance if they can. They go 3 wide with Samaji Perine in the backfield. Three, 5. Blitz showing. A strip sack here would be ideal for the Chargers. Mahomes' scramble for a touchdown would be ideal for the Chiefs. Perine is not a great pass blocker, but he has something. They call run. Short pass, guessed wrong, incomplete on Mahomes' card. Out comes Harrison Butker. Kick is up and good, 2 through 10. Hit a 10 again. So this will be a couple of knees, and we'll be at halftime. I will be right back, folks. What happened? Wait, I can't leave. It looks like it was a fumble on the kickoff recovered by the Chiefs. Oh man, they try to advance it, no yards. Here comes Butker again. Special teams biting the Chargers in the butt. Gonna cost them an additional 3 points. Possibly. 80% chance for a field goal, and it's good. 86%, something like that. So here we go again. Okay, so I think we're good. All right, so Herbert's back in the game. Anthony's rolling with it. The touchback. I gotta be right back. I need one quick break. I still see Heineke in the game. Why is my... Oh yeah, it's still the last second of the first half. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, another injury for the Chargers. What happened here? We had a kickoff. Got 15 yards to Stone Smart, but on that play, Jamiri Salyer, which I think is a 0-4 or 0-7 guard, and he's out 4 games. Here comes Trey Pipkins. Bozeman, already a 4-0. Let's look at that list of injuries again as it continues to grow. Eddie Jackson, Derwin James, Jamiri Salyer, and Darius Davis. 12-yard pickup. It's Josh Palmer takes the flat pass up close to midfield. Off tackle right to Dobbins, picks up 6, 2nd and 4 into Chiefs territory. You go down and get a touchdown, where you're right there. Second and 4. Even on a flat pass, there's some sack chances there if you look at the matchups. Karlaftis against Alt, 31% chance. It's a run, though. Let's see what it is on a short pass. Maybe those are the short pass chances. Offsides. Really a false start on the Chargers. Back it up 5. 2nd and 9. Three wide. Off tackle draw. Defensive tackle. 0 plus 6, and Wharton is a 4. The White Tigers a 5. That'll bring up 3rd and 3. Short pass to Stone Smart. Just right. Must run for 9 yards. For Herbert, that'll be first down at the 38. Stand 2 backs, 3 wide. Okay, so there's the short pass chances. Karlaftis goes up to a 48% chance. Wharton 40. Chris Jones 48. Looking to Lad McConkey. Incomplete. Finds a bunch on Herbert's card. Stays in the same formation. Smart is the back in front of Edwards this time instead of Dobbins. Looking to Stone Smart. And he's going to get a white die 6 for 13 yards down to the 25. Dobbins is back in the game. Flat pass right to Stone Smart. Pick up 7 on Herbert's card. 7 on 7. Edwards in the game. Tim has called run here on these second and shorts. So he mixed it up with a flat pass. Incomplete. Two men were in the zone. But it wasn't on Herbert's card. Just missed. 3rd and 3. Even guess wrong, that would have been a miss. Short pass to Quentin Johnston. That's going to be a 12-yard pickup. 1st and goal at the 6. Matlock comes in. Edwards and Dobbins are in the game. Last time the Chargers were here, they settled for a field goal. Second and goal. Incomplete pass there. Joshua Williams makes the play. Just right pass call. Just the 4 against the 4 makes the play. 4-3 showing blitz. He wasn't bringing the pass rusher, otherwise it could have been a sack chance. Then run to Dobbins. Guess wrong, nobody there. 3-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 3. This drive's taking up quite a bit of time. He really wants it to end in a touchdown. A lot of vulnerability to sack chances here. 55, 48, 55, 80. Short pass to Palmer gets wrong, and it lands on a flank on Herbert's card. That's got to be frustrating. This drive, taking up half the 3rd quarter. 15 plays, 85 yards. 4th and goal at the 3. That's a big investment to settle for a field goal, but it'll get you within 10 points. But he's going for it. The end run, guess wrong, misses on 5, 3, and 10 on Dobbins' card. Short pass to Dobbins, gets pass. It's going to be a must run. Herbert dives across the end zone, gets around defenders, holds the football out, celebrates with his teammates as they cut the lead to 7, pending the extra point. Anthony said, settle for a field goal? Hell no. We didn't come here to keep it close. We came here to have a chance to win. 16-10. Chiefs on top, and they get the ball here for the first time in the second half. And they go to work. 2 tights, 2 wides. Hunt in the backfield. Saving Pacheco for the fourth quarter. Flat pass right to Kareem Hunt. 6-rated defender there. And the penalty. Injury. Left guard out for the remainder of the game. Who is the left guard? That's Joe Tooney. 6'7", Joe Tooney. Or 4'7", I can't remember. I know he's a 7 pass blocker. Look at the Chiefs. Tooney is a 6'7" left guard. Big Chief is making some changes to his computer manager. I don't think there's much you can do. Mike Caliendo comes in. Now there's a couple of vulnerable spots there. Three wide. Rashee Rice comes into the game. But in order for that challenge to come up, you need to send a pass rusher. I'll tackle draw right to Hunt. Guessed wrong. Short gain. Oh, another penalty. So penalties were hurting the Chiefs or the Chargers. Now they're helping the Chargers. First and 20. 2 tights, 2 wides now. I'll tackle draw right to Hunt. Looking for that 7-8 on the D card. Gets the 7. 16 yards. Anthony had the zone plugged, but he called a draw. 13-yard swing right there. Line buck to Hunt. So it picks up a yard. Guessed wrong. 3-4 showing blitz. Hunt in the backfield still. Short pass. Free safety and the linebacker are coming. Oh, and it hits the spot where there's second high linebacker is the challenge. As it often seems like you're bringing the free safety and another linebacker, but it hits that one spot where it's not going to matter. Scrambles for 15 yards, and that's the first down in Charger territory. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Chargers looking for a stop. It's a run call. Linebacker Hunt. Nobody's in the zone, though. 1 yard gain. That would have been 4 yard gain. I think I like Pacheco better. I don't know what the holdup is with Hunt. He's so much love. Well, not that much better. Scratch that. Last year's card must have been what I'm thinking of. Second and 9. P. Ryan comes in now. He maybe he's got some juice. Oh, he's got. We looked at this earlier. Plus 11. Guessed wrong. Gets a short pass. And he's a D yak. Good pass rusher here. Good pass rusher here. Tim's been throwing out the flats, though, keeping those linebackers pinned. So they can't come regularly. At least not predictably. Looking past the P. Ryan. And there's a sack. It went to P. Ryan's as the challenge one. Aloha Gilman. So there's a chance where it didn't go on the when it went on the most impactful one. That's an auto sack when P. Ryan's the target because he's not there to pick up the blitz. 3rd and 18. That was huge. Takes it back into Chiefs territory. Hopkins, Rice, and Worthy. Mahomes can scramble a little bit too. Hoping to hit on a must run, maybe. Maybe he'll go deep. Kelsey covered by 0 now because of the injury to all pro strong safety Derwin James. He'll be back next week, if there is a next week. Long pass to Hopkins. No blitz coming. Incomplete. The white die 6, so if it would have landed on a 9, defender X or 32, that would have been a heartbreaking conversion for the Chargers. But they get the ball back now with a chance to go down and take the lead. Assuming they can field the punt. They let it go, and it goes into the end zone. (16-10), 4:12 to go in the third quarter. There's a looking pass to Josh Palmer, white die 6, picks up 10. There's a flat pass gets strong with 11-yard pickup. Stone Smart takes it across the 40 to the 41. There's a 6-yard pickup. Trishan Ward can't make the play. 2nd and 4 near midfield. There's a 13-yard pickup on a flat pass. White die 6 again. Chargers nearing field goal range, trailing 16-10 in the third quarter of this 2024 USFFL Wildcard matchup. The 6 seed and the 3 seed. Looking past the Smart, that's going to be incomplete. Normally +6, but with the yak rule in, -1, adjusted by -1, but that is not going to work on a look-in pass. It cannot go backwards on a look-in pass. So it's incomplete. Second and 10. Four-yard pickup on a line buck. Nobody's in the zone. 3rd and 6 at the 36. Looking past the Quentin Johnson. 4 rated linebacker there. Linebacker in zone extra short gain. It's +15. And that'll set up the Chargers 1st and 10 at the 21. Play or two more here in the third quarter as we start the witching hour where playoff wins become losses and losses become wins. Dobbins in there with Smart. Palmer, Johnston, and McConkey are the wideouts. 36 seconds to go in the third quarter. Chiefs had a 16-3 lead at the half. Chargers drove down, got a touchdown, converting a 4th and goal from the 3-yard line or something like that, 3 or 4. Actually, we can look right after this play. First and 10. Flat pass right to Stone Smart, nobody home. 13 yards down to the 8. First and goal. Chargers. The box score, the 3-yard run. So it was 4th and goal to 3, and they got a must run and got the ball in the end zone. Pretty even statistically. Chiefs got 50 more yards. Chargers had to play all of the second quarter, a little bit of the first into the first quarter without Justin Herbert, and they've been hit with injuries. Penalties are even out now, and here we go. Taylor Heineke threw a pick in his 4 pass attempts. 4-3 showing blitz. I'll tackle right to Gus Edwards. Gus strong, man in the zone. Short gain. Gus Edwards takes it into the end zone and sets up the Chargers to take the lead. 16-16 now as we start the fourth quarter. Here comes Dicker, the kicker. Kick is up. You see there was 40% chance at sack on 4 of those matchups. But it was a run, of course, so no chances of a sack. So it was good, Anthony, that he did throw it. So blocked ID, so we're going to chance for a sack. So here we go. Chiefs give up the 16-3 lead. Now they have a chance to go down and take the lead themselves, or retake the lead, I should say. Long pass to Noah Gray. And down goes Mahomes. Bud Dupree gets home against Wanya Morris. Wanya Morris? More like a Wanya do a little bit better job blocking. Is what I want you. Second and 17. Trying to catch him, guess and run. Get Mahomes deep, long pass, guessed wrong on a 8 for a long game. Remember, Chargers got those short gains up the middle. And it's a draw trying to get those, but it's a run call. He's going to lose 2. It would have been a 5-yard gain without that. 3rd and 19. We know Mahomes, all about Mahomes' late game heroics. And Tim is a 3 or 4-time USFFL champion. I wonder if I can look that up. Long pass to Kelsey. 2-minute zone, incomplete. Sense what the other one was going to do. Would have been a receiver reading. 4th and 19, had to punt. There we go. Big Chief. Tim, you can move your extra DB to the deep zone. In the 3-3-5 or 3-2-6, you can move that guy back. You just click on him and pull him back to the deep zone. That is an essential piece of strategy. It's not just a 3-2-6. In a 3-2-6, you can move your free safety and then move the extra DB back there, your second DB. So do some demonstrations of that later on. But yeah, like here, if you this is a straight formation, so you can't do it in a 3-4 or a 4-3. But if you're in a 3-3-5 or a 3-2-6, you can move those extra DBs back. Like you move this guy up, back. We'll show you when there's a 3 wide or 3-3-5 formation. Looking past the McConkey, he's going to pick up a yard. Yeah, so 4-time champion. And Tim and the Chiefs won it in 2013, 2017, 18, 19, three-peat. Rich, the 49ers, who didn't make the playoffs this year, is a 2-time defending champion. Second and 9. Short pass to Quentin Johnson, correct double team. Good time for the Chargers to get a pick. And they get a sack, fumble, and they recover it. Strip sack Justin Herbert. Again, it's one of those matchups. Well, this one's actually not bad. Joe Alt. But Karloftis was boosted up from a 10 to a 14. And the Chiefs get the ball back in field goal range. The defense comes up big for the Chiefs. It was an 86% chance. I'm sorry, 88% chance, and the random roll was an 86. So that those linebackers come in, it would not have been. Well, actually, no. Yeah, no, yeah. But that linebackers coming, reducing that or getting that up to an 86, an 88. And the random would have been too high. Four-yard pickup there. 3-4 defense. It's another 4 yards, 3rd and 2. I remember when I first learned that you could move the extra DB back to the deep pass zone. That was a revelation. Really changes the way you defend the deep pass. Hold. Carson Wentz. What is he doing in there? Oh, this is his formation that he uses for injuries, the pro set. You're going to have to burn a timeout, big guy. Oh, we'll see the big side. There we go. Take the timeout. See, I use a formation that I never would use. So for me, I use this formation because I never use it. If I'm going to use this formation, I'll use the full house. So I'll stick all my backups in that formation. And then on defense, I'll usually do it in the 4-2-5 because I don't really use that formation. 3rd and 2. $10:30 to go in regulation. Linebacker to Hunt. Guess wrong. 2-minute zone. That's going to get a first down. Offensive center makes the block. Creed Humphrey. Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor? I need more ice and water. Ice cold water for $1.
Okay.
Cheers. 17-16. Chargers on top. Chiefs driving. 9:54 to go. That is a 6-yard pickup. Second goal from the 3. What do you think about this, Coach? Chargers and Chiefs. First round playoff game.
Let's go Chargers. Yeah, San Diego. Oh yeah.
They're in Los Angeles now, so. But I guess San Diego works. There's some still diehard San Diego fans there. Cody's been to a few Chargers games, so nothing wrong with that. Full house formation. Off tackle left to Carson Steele. Guess right. No game. That was a 81 on the fumble reading. So 8.1 or 8.2 chance of a fumble. 8.1%. Short pass to Kelsey gets wrong. 4-minute zone. Touchdown. The Chiefs go back on top. See if they go for 2 here. They line it up. 2 tight, 2 wide. Just Hunt in the backfield. Three, four, showing blitz. Run call. Guess right. 4 yards for Hunt. And that takes it to a 7-point lead. Kick down to the 1, out to the 32 on the return. The aforementioned Darius Davis, who's out injured. still able to return kicks. 8:06 to go. Chargers had the ball and the lead, but the Chiefs defense with the strip set gave the Chiefs great field position, and they cashed it in with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to go up 24-17. $7:48 to go in regulation. Tackle right to Gus. 8-yard pickup gets wrong. First down for the Chargers. Would have been -2. Yes, right. Dobbins back there. Flat pass right to Stone Smart. That's going to pick up 9 on a white pass 6. Chargers are into Chiefs territory, 2nd and 1. We are down to 6:36 to go in regulation. Now tackle right to Dobbins. Guess wrong. Picks up 2 on the D card. $44 yards away from a potential tying touchdown. You get the feeling that this is a 4-down territory. There'll be no punts in this spot. I'll tackle right against Dobbins. Nobody. There is a man in the zone. There's a penalty too. False start. There would have been no gain. So, would you rather have 1st and 15 or 2nd and 10? I can see the argument for 1st and 15. Really haven't seen many big runs for Dobbins. He's only run 9 times for 32 yards. He does have some nice hits on the edge. 46, 34, 61. Long gain. I'll tackle right to Dobbins. And there's one of those big gainers, 16 yards. That's half of the yards he had before that play. It's gonna pick up the first down. Give the Chargers 1st and 10 and the Chiefs 33. Kind of chunky, kind of the chunky monkey here. He gets the plus 61 huge gain on 2, plus 20 on 4, short gain on 9, plus 12 on, or long gain on 12. But that's, other than that, everything else is 6 yards or less. A lot of the middle stuff, 1, 2, 3 yards. Guess wrong. 5 through 8 that's a black hole there. You don't really want to land on that. Guess right or wrong. Guess right, it becomes 4 through 8. Going 10 and 11 too. I'll tackle draw to Dobbins. There's somebody there. It's going to be a 3-yard pickup. It's one of those islands in the Bermuda Triangle. I said black hole, Bermuda Triangle. You get the picture. You go in that middle section and you're not getting much. Gus Bus comes in. At least on his middle stuff, you get a short gain, you get a +8, get a +6. Not superb, but better than Dobbins. Pass right to McConkey. Incomplete. Finds a blank on Herbert's card. I guess we'll find out soon enough here if it's 4-down territory, because once you're in field goal range, I could see you cutting it to 24-20. You turn the ball to your defense. Chiefs go 3-3-5. Okay, so here's how you do it, Tim. You take this little guy, first defensive back, after he collects his play. Might try to sneak in a run here instead of 4th and short. Edwards does have a 4 pass block, so maybe, a little dump off action. Offense still making their play call. This game has been going for coming up on 2 hours. 1 hour, 47 minutes or so. Okay, so you take your little extra DB guy and you move him back there. Take him from the short pass, move him to the long pass. Take him from the short pass, move him to a flat pass. You can move him anywhere you want. Short pass to Lad McConkey, single cover. And it hits a receiver reading. McConkey comes through, covered by a 6, but he makes the catch. Huge 3rd down there. 1st and 10 at the 18. McConkey's covered by Trent McDuffie. There is 8 yards. Takes to the block of Joe Alt. 5 against the white die 4. Second and 2, 3:36 to go in regulation. Chargers are at the 10. Flat pass is in play. Edwards is in there. Matlock in there as a blocking back. Help with the pass protection if that matchup comes up. 4-3 showing blitz. A sack here would be huge. Look for a run or a flat to draw to Gus Edwards. Guessed wrong. Picks up 6. That's going to take it down to the 4. 1st and goal at the 4. Chiefs had to burn a timeout because of a formation mix-up. But time's really not an issue here. There's plenty of time, even if the Chargers score, for the Chiefs to go and get a field goal to win it. Fly back to Herbert. Guessed right, picked up a yard. They're going to try to tush push their way all the way in. Takes it down to 2:24 in regulation. From the Charger standpoint, you don't need a sack. You don't need an interception. Chiefs just wanted to either cough up the ball or score quickly so they can have their Magic Man Mahomes orchestrate a comeback. Edwards, Matlock, and Dobbins in the backfield. Linebacker to Dobbins. Guessed right. Brutal. No gain. I'll take it to a 2-minute warning. Same situation we had in the third quarter. On the Chargers' first drive of the game, they drove it to the same spot. Kind of had those same play calls, hoping to land on a D card. Eventually, he went for a pass, guessed right. Herbert hit a must run and ran it in. The danger of short passing is you risk that sack. 2 minutes to go in regulation. 3rd and goal from the 3. Off tackle left to Gus Edwards. He loses a yard. 4th and 4. Are we going to see history repeat itself? You got to go hurry up. You need to preserve those timeouts in case you don't make it. That would have been a touchdown on a short pass. 4-3 not showing blitz this time. Maybe coaxing a short pass to Herbert, where the Chiefs will be ready with some double teams galore. A cat and mouse game. What's great about this? So without any additional pressure, here it is, short pass to Disley, single cover, 4-minute zone. Incomplete. Receiver reading. Now it'll be time for the Chiefs to see if they can pick up a first down. There was a chance for a sack on that play, but there was no asterisk pass rushers. Let's see if the Chiefs will run, punt, or if they'll risk a pass to try to end it. No risk it, no biscuit. Linebacker to Hunt. Guess wrong. 6 yards. You don't want that. You want that -1, what you wanted. But then again, if he throws on that, you're in trouble. So let's see what one thing's hoping for. 2nd and 4. 4 more yards, and the Chiefs advance to the next round. Another pass call. I do the same thing myself and kick myself. You got to call run here. It's a 2-yard pickup. 3rd and 2. Chargers used their second to last timeout. Even with mid zone, this is not very hopeful to get a stop. 5 and 6, maybe. You really need that. Get a run call and have it go on the halfback's card. Kareem Hunt showing fatigue. I think you're going to see another run here. See what the Chargers decide to do. It is a run call. And he stops him. 4th and 2, last time out. So Chargers will get the ball back with like a minute left. No timeouts. Let's see how this punt goes. Rises a good one, 57 yards. 11-yard return, so they'll start with 1 minute to go at their own 42. They need some white die 6 magic. Dump off will only happen for about the half of this drive. You get down to 30 seconds, no more dump offs. Could you try for a Dobbins end run? Hit one of those big numbers? I don't think so. I think you need to throw it. Put your trust in Justin Herbert. Oh, they go for the end run. That's the reason why you don't do it. It's because even if you land on the D card, you're sunk. Unless you hit the snake eyes, you're not really going to get chunk yardage. Karloftis, Wharton, Chris Jones, Nick Bolton. .52 seconds left in regulation. They did get out of bounds on that run. Long past the Palmer, one man in zone. Incomplete on Herbert's card. .326 against 3-wide formation. .11-yard pickup, first down, into Chiefs territory. 37 seconds left. Last play with a dump off. .326 again. Short pass to Smart. Incomplete. 30 seconds left. You're going to have to hit a chunk play here. White die 6 for 30. Long pass on Herbert's card. Something to move the ball down. leaving that look-in zone open, but with no timeouts, it's tough to commit to throwing there because you're going to spend so much time spiking it. Three, 3-5 this time. Hey, see, he moved the guy back. Put another weapon in your arsenal there, Tim. It was on Herbert's card, incomplete. What's Herbert on a 10 on a short pass? Plus 11. Down at the 30, 35. But the math just doesn't math. If you get 10 yards of play, you're not going to make it in the end zone. You need something chunky. I'm going past the Palmer, 2 minutes. Oh, just dancing between the raindrops. Doan Smart joins the injury parade. That's a big loss right now because he's the guy in the backfield that can go deep, but 15 seconds left. Gonna need to hit that 5. What's his must run? His biggest must run. Does he have a big giant one? Plus 41, he sure does. Gotta get it a little closer. Fourth and 10, 15 seconds left. This could be the game. Come on, pass to Josh Palmer. Incomplete, and that'll do it, folks. So the Kansas City Chiefs advance to the next round of the playoffs. Tough game as usual against the Chargers. Let's see if they want to come on. Hey.
Hey there.
Tough one. That was a tough one.
Yeah. All right. I mean, it's a fun one, though. Love the challenge of it all.
For sure. You had the ball and the lead when that strip sack totally changed the momentum and the course of the game. That was
I couldn't recover a fumble. I mean, it wasn't going to happen tonight. Did I recover a fumble? Maybe one of his, right? Kareem Hunt's fumble.
Yeah, you did, but it was injuries and penalties.
Hola.
Hey, what's up? Congratulations, Tim. So the Chiefs go into next week with just Joe Thuney, who should be back. But look at this list of
there he is
of bounties that big Chief put out on the Chiefs on the Chargers players. It worked out.
Yeah. Yeah. The two knee injury though was big, so that was the biggest one of all of them. I would say. Well, I guess Herbert was, but Tooney one was huge.
Tooney was huge, but I
close
on that injury in the first half.
Yeah, Herbert's the big. Can't do much with Taylor Heineke, although you did wind up trying to throw a little bit. That was impressive. I like that.
Yeah.
Trying to catch him napping, but at that point Tim was calling pass, so he switched it up on you after calling run on that first series quite a bit. I was telling Anthony the game changed after that strip sack. But Anthony pointed out correctly that the interceptions, the penalties, the fumbles all seem to be going the Chiefs' way for the most part. So
oh no, I didn't say that. I think
they did the second half.
No, I said I was having trouble recovering fumbles. I think, but the on the strip sack point, just recover it, guys. For once, I don't know. Let's see here, but no. I mean, there were unlikely interceptions on both sides. I think Mahomes had two of them, but got one back on a fumble.
That was big. That was big.
Yeah, that was big because that ended up, the kickoff return fumble. I figured it was going to be hard to come back from that because I couldn't get out of the half. I just couldn't get out of that half. Wouldn't end. And
that was something that you can look at the new rule changes on kickoffs, because prior to this year you could do an onside or a squib, and those options are gone now.
Yeah, that's right.
You have to kick it deep.
I actually checked for that this game.
It's to me it's criminal how undercarded the Chiefs are. Honestly, it's criminal. I thought you called a great game, Tim, and you probably deserve better in terms of the scoreboard. But you're very limited. I mean, you got to really coach this team hard, and you do so well. You have to coach them hard. I mean, Kareem Hunt is just. I mean, he was hitting stuff early on, blah blah blah. But I mean, when it counted at the end, he couldn't get you that yard. And you're sort of boxed in on offense, into the first couple zones, and you spray in some short and long if you can, but it's a tough team to play, and you deserve
especially
credit
against a defense like yours that has 4 linebackers, has some blitz ratings out there as well. It's
Sure.
You have to have long drives, and then anytime you have long drives, you're vulnerable to turnovers. I was trying to move the ball a little more quickly during the first half once Herbert went out, because I wanted to try to score quickly and put the ball right back in Heineke's hands with time still on the clock.
Right. Yeah.
Let's talk about that big play when Heineke was out injured. We had a 67-yard.
Yeah, that was
pass from Mahomes to Hopkins that really I
thought that was the play of the game. Honestly. I thought that, all the, turnovers back and forth both ways and blah, blah, blah. The strip sack was huge too, of course, but to your point, Dennis, but that felt to me like, okay, that established the game flow. I was going to be chasing,
Yeah, but you stuck with it, falling down 16-3 at halftime with the Herbert injury. And then you were able to put together 2 solid drives to take the lead 17-16 and come up with a stop against the Chiefs, where you got the ball back when that strip sack happened. But after that, when the Chiefs recovered that fumble and cashed it in, it almost felt like you had
except I got to the 2-yard line or whatever.
Yep.
I mean, I was right there,
And ineffective running. Dobbins, you really wish that short gain, guess right and wrong, would have been spread out more among the card to have you a few more chances, guess right. You don't really have a great guess right runner.
No.
Gus is not good either. But you could really use one of those Chris Rodriguez fullback cards or something to get you or even Kareem Hunt, even though he doesn't have the number in the middle, he's got those numbers on the edge with +4, +6, +2 that you could rely on in those short yardage situations and hope to hit. But that also bit you in the butt.
I was aiming for Drew Tranquil. That's who I was aiming for. I mean, that's where it had to go, because Trank was a 4 linebacker. I wasn't going to run toward Chenal, who's a 6.
Yeah.
But so, I needed his card and to hit the 5 or 9 to get in the end zone. That's from a couple of those attempts or a guess pass. But, I think Tim probably learned you don't want to guess pass too often in the red zone because you get must runs for touchdowns. I mean, on the 4th down touchdown, that was incomplete, guessed wrong. And because it was guess pass, the 4th down touchdown we're talking about, it was a must run touchdown instead.
Right.
So
but it's a little intimidating as an offensive coach when you have such poor pass blocking in the middle. Tim had 3 chances every time that there was a sack chance to get a sack with the Karlaftis and then the 2 interior guys, Jones
and with your 0 rated center in pass blocking, it motivated me to play our cat and mouse game with one of my linebackers on almost every defensive play. I wanted, even though they only blitzed 3, 4, and 5, you don't need much against a 0. And I wanted to make sure somebody was on that line most of the time. And for the most part, I did a good job of alternating, the left linebacker Chenal and Bolton to try to apply pressure up front, but and avoid you didn't catch me with 0 men too often compared to how often I left the flat open.
Correct. Although the 6 white die was wild.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think
which
another
is always disheartening for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, another factor in the game is a lot of times we focus on the skill players, the offense, but Anthony having to defend the run game with those short gains off tackle and line buck, whereas Tim doesn't have that issue because the Chiefs have a stronger run card. As you can see, Hunt finished the game with 131 yards rushing, and a lot of those came on short gains on the D card. So talk about defending against that. You've had to deal with that all year, so that's always got to be in the back of your mind as well.
Yeah, for sure. And it's the fundamental difference, I would say, in the teams. Is the run D. I think the run D gives the Chiefs, and they talked about this in the playoff preview. That run D, you can lean on that. You can lean on it if you're the Chiefs, defensive coach. You can really lean on that hard. And I just gotta hope it goes to Hunt's card. Thankfully Hunt's not a strong runner. So on that 3rd and 2 at the end, it's like, well, I put 2 linebackers up there. He's gonna get his 2 yards anyway, right? If I put 2 linebackers in line bugs, then he's gonna get those 2 yards anyway on a 6, 7, 8 roll, and other rolls too, by the way. So you're better off just giving up sometimes, right? Guessing run, my card, your card, and it went to his card in that case, and defend the flats, right? So I mean, sometimes you just have to cede it. You just got to give it up. And there was a lot of that today. And you kind of hope, that you call draws, Tim, because I can at least, if I can catch you.
Mixing draws with Dobbins late. I was at a time I just wasn't willing to chance call and run like I was in the first quarter.
Oh yeah, on the other side of the ball. But with Hunt running draws, that did give me a chance to wipe out a lot of the disadvantage, on the cards, which I understood why you ran them. But from my perspective as a defensive coach, I view that as an opportunity. Okay, well, he's calling some draws. I got to keep calling pass to kind of hope you call more draws so I can catch you when I need to catch you. And I think you caught me on a couple good draws for short gains, but then, when you're the defensive coach, you're just looking for, 1 stop out of 3 drives, right? So something like that. And on your next 1st and 20 after your false starts or whatever, you ran a draw and I caught you in that and I put you in a 3rd and long, and that's the sort of stuff you need to get to. But
overall, though, Hunt had a very fortunate game for me. I understand you have a pretty bad set of cards when you're looking at run defense, but he got some real good rolls along the way to
early on
capitalize fully.
Especially early on, he caught that 20, he caught a short gain early. You were hitting a lot of rolls early on, but that didn't turn into a lot of points until the Hopkins.
I was having trouble I was having trouble down in the red zone, turnovers, and getting stopped. I noticed I can't remember exactly where it was in the game, but I wasn't very far ahead, and I hadn't punted yet, and I was either scoring I think I was up 13-0, and I was either scoring or turning it over every time.
Yeah.
And so I, kind of at that moment, I still felt good, like my offense was clicking pretty consistently. And those turnovers were, one of them was a great call. You doubled Pirine, and he is a great flat pass guy, but I don't throw to him that much. And you nailed that one. The other one was just bad split roll, and so
yeah, it was a bad split roll. But that came out then the fumble on that interception. It was like a net loss of 15 yards or something.
I also had a lost fumble that was very frustrating because Kareem Hunt I don't think he fumbled at all during the season.
Yes, I believe that.
And I saw that it was a 1. I think that's an automatic fumble, right? I saw that when he fumbled. I'm like, that doesn't happen. So I went looking for that number. I found the 1, and I'm like, yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, 4 fumbles all went to the defense. 4 between the two of us. 3 by me, 1 by you.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, but just to be given the circumstance of the Herbert injury, I was kind of hoping just to claw into it. Was able to do that, and that was good. But once you're there, you got to finish it off. So
I never
nice job finishing it off.
I appreciate that. I never felt comfortable. I've seen you come back. I knew Herbert was coming in the second half. He hadn't missed a pass at that point. You always pass for a high percentage with him. I'm typically leery against. I don't like going to a 3-4 defense when it's not what my team would typically play. I don't like putting my safety up. It makes it difficult to cover the flats against a QB like Herbert. Yeah. But I just stuck to my guns and got it done. Feel pretty good about it, obviously.
The end too. I mean, I was hitting that 4 on long pass right twice.
Yeah, you missed a couple times.
Oh,
right there
in between a plus 27 and a long gain.
Yeah,
like just
almost had the big play you needed at the end, but it was a good game. Very good.
Yeah, very good game. And thanks for calling it, Dennis. I know it was a chore.
Dennis, thank you so much. We sure appreciate it tonight. Thank you for staying up late for us.
Absolutely. So what's next for the Chiefs? Do you know who your potential?
Well, yeah, I think so. So I was just thinking about it once it started to look good for me, and I got the ball back. So it was because the Bengals won as the 7th seed, they're going to play Pittsburgh, which means I'm going to get
Broncos or Texans.
Broncos, Texans, whoever wins that game, right? Yeah, so I should get Broncos, Texans, the winner. And that game, I think, is Sunday morning, if I'm not mistaken.
All right. Well, we'll look for the call. I'm pretty sure you're going to be very interested in that game and hopefully give us some broadcasting, play-by-play stuff. And keep on keeping on. Thanks to both of you. Congrats on your season, Anthony. And let's just keep Big Chief rolling, trying to get that the one for the thumb. What is the
one
saying?
for the thumb?
Right on.
So look for it.
Looking for his 5th championship. So.
I mean, I won't say it during the broadcast, but now I'm a Chiefs fan now, so go Chiefs. Right. After that, Broncos, AFC West. We need one here. So
I'll try to get it done. Yeah,
right,
thanks, Dennis. Appreciate you.
Take
Bye.
care, everybody.